Welcome to Star Citizen. So racing is something new that has lately been added to Star Citizen, and it's gonna get even more additions. It has never really been implemented in a way of missions, although there are communities that have their own special events, and well, there has been something also called the Daymar Rally, a race across deserts with all different vehicles that was for a long while this fun little event which you could partake in with other players. But not really anything other than that where you could really put your ships to the test. But the racing itself is a fun little activity that's probably a lot more suitable for players who actually have way more control of their ship than I do. And now that we do actually have racing mission inside the game, or it actually has been since the last big patch, but since the game really wasn't that well off, I kind of postponed it, and well, I'm here now, doing this. I'm not really that great at racing, at ship control, at pulling off those nice little maneuvers. I can fly good enough, decently, but not with these little close calls. I am much more proficient in combat, although not even excellent there, as I pretty much abuse jousting as much as any other person. Okay, back to racing. I actually like the idea of racing, although I truly dislike the idea that you cannot do it in third-person view, as you do not see these mission markers, at least not in this, or not with this specific mission. And perhaps the bad part, sad part, is that these checkpoints don't always click, so sometimes you either need to go back or you need to wait forever for them to click, so you might very likely just fail this trial. There are actually more than this mission, but I have only been able to do this, and I have not been able to complete it as of this bug, which often did not count me passing through a checkpoint and causing me to abandon these missions, so I didn't really get any reputation to unlock other missions regarding this. But although this is a bit buggy, it does look really nice that we have it here, although it could use some improvements. I've heard plenty of players have actually done this really smoothly with no issues, but it's usually the case with these things that I'm not really proficient at. There are other conflicts that arise to force me to avoid them. But if you think you're skilled enough, I highly suggest doing it in the dark, as that is tremendously nasty. I guess it can be a real challenge, especially if your lights aren't really strong and you cannot see where all the obstructions are. But if you do know the track, it might not be that hard, and you might actually enjoy it. Personally, for me, I think racing is something where I should spend a lot more time, as I have said, I'm not proficient at racing. I probably will need to make myself a whole new setup to actually make it comfortable for me, perhaps even to improve my combat capabilities. But other than that, in this dark version of racing, I felt like I was fish out of water, and this was extremely... I was extremely careful to trying to avoid everything that there was, as the vision is very, very limited in some of these dark corners where you might not notice little things happening. Other than that, I wish you all good luck trying these, because it is actually quite a bit of fun. Anyway, thanks for watching.